I went off to study fine art at university. I went on meditation retreats. I practiced and I learned. And what I learned was this, and it was surprisingly simple. Finding a focus. Mindfulness practice and mindfulness meditation, like many other meditative traditions, provide meditators with a focus for their mind. In mindfulness practice, this focus is most often the sensations in the body and the movement of the breath as it flows in and out. In other meditative traditions, a mantra might be used, or a candle flame, or an image. What these different focuses all do is give our busy thinking mind something to rest on, something to dwell in, something to come back to when the rush of thoughts, memories, fantasies, futures, pasts, emotions, attractions, aversions or desires threaten to sweep us away from the here and now. In mindfulness practice, the focus of the body and the breath is our anchor, securing us so that we aren't tumbled around as greatly by the teeming activity of our thinking minds. When we're practicing the mindfulness of drawing, it is the movement of the pen across the page, the coordination of eye and hand, and the object we're drawing that become our mindful focus. And having this firm focus is essential, because without it we cannot begin to calm our minds, cannot hope to find space in our heads and in our hearts, or to come into a broader state of awareness, of simply being. As modern humans, in industrialized, technologized societies, there's no doubt that our minds are conditioned for overactivity. They jump around from one thing to another, constantly stimulated, or even overstimulated, by a barrage of media, social media, TV, internet, traffic, crowds, work, busy social lives and family lives. The truth is that for most of us, unless we make a special effort, there are very few moments of silence, tranquility or peace in our days. It's harder than ever for us to find a space to calm and quiet our minds, to simply be. And yet, more than any other generation, we're probably most in need of doing so. If focusing on one thing for more than 5 minutes is our problem, the mindfulness of drawing offers a wonderfully simple, low-tech and creative solution. And with its unique combination of both physical and mental activity, with its coordination of hand, eye and object, the mindfulness of drawing, the simple act of making marks on a page, can be particularly helpful in getting busy, overactive minds to settle and focus. Becoming absorbed. As we continue to draw and to practice the mindfulness of drawing, or any mindfulness practice, something begins to happen. Held steady by the anchor of mindfulness, the buffeting currents of our thoughts and emotions no longer toss us around so much. We have the experience of holding steady with our focus, our breath or our drawing, holding not in a tense, effortful way, but in a relaxed, open manner. This holding steady, this absorption, happens when we are fully immersed. It happens when, after some time spent mindfully focusing, a bit of space opens up in the stream of thoughts and emotions in our heads. This is the first sign that we're moving out of thinking mind and into being mind. At first, these moments of total absorption and the consequent dwelling in being mind may be very brief, just a matter of a few seconds. We may become aware that the chatter in our heads has quietened, or that we feel somehow suspended in or over a stillness, with just our bodies, our breath, or our drawing for company. At these moments, everything feels very close, very imminent. Our senses may be heightened. We may feel like we're drawing with our whole being, listening with our whole being to everything. As we continue to practice, these periods of absorption and stillness become longer, and we find ourselves in them more frequently or easily. This distinction between thinking and being is important. Absorption isn't the same as concentrating or thinking very hard and single-mindedly about something. A problem at work, for example. Absorption happens when we move out of thinking mind and into being mind.